This is Counterpoint, and I'm Tanya Granick-Allen. We've got lots to cover today on our current events panel. We'll cover the rise in anti-Semitic hate. We'll discuss Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre's recent comments on the Paris Agreement. We'll revisit the two Michaels drama in light of new allegations that one of the Michaels was allegedly a spy. We'll cover the latest Rage Index findings and discover which Canadian province is determined to be the angriest. And if we can squeeze it in, we'll also discuss an Ontario teacher's defamation lawsuit against her school board and the latest with Premier Danielle Smith and her invoking the Sovereignty Act. Lots to go through, and joining me now is Mike Patton, political commentator, and Michelle Simard, lawyer, privacy, and cybersecurity specialist. Thank you both for joining me today. It's always fun when you're both on, so let's jump right in. Okay, this shocked me when I saw this headline, and we'll delve in to see if it's just a headline, but allegedly Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre said he's not proposing that Canada exit the Paris Agreement. Mike, this struck me as shocking because I'm pretty sure his predecessor, or one of his predecessors, Prime Minister Stephen Harper, is for getting out of Paris. And a lot of the leaders are for getting out of Paris. What's going on here?
Well, a lot of conservatives are for getting out of Paris, but Pierre is becoming a much more sophisticated leader as time goes by. Right now, he's not prime minister. This is not his problem. And the problem of the Paris Accords right now is Justin Trudeau's problems because the Liberals put a lot of eggs into the climate change basket, and they were going to fix the climate and really see a great reduction in the amount of greenhouse gases that Canada emitted. And they've been a complete failure, haven't met a single target. So this is a problem for the Liberals, and I think Pierre is just standing back and saying, look, I don't want to get involved in this.
Okay, so Michelle, again, hearing these words, I can see the grassroots Conservatives, especially those in Western Canada, freaking out a little bit, saying, hey, no, we want out of the Paris Agreement. Do you think this will hinder or cause issues for Pierre with his grassroots support?
Actually, you know what I think is happening right now?
Tell me.
Pierre is doing what Stephen Harper did. He's doing a new style of politics. And he's saying, like, you know what? If I make a comment, everyone's going to go attack me and go through all the threads of what I said. And he's doing one of those nonchalant things, saying, like, I'm not saying I'm not going to do it. I'm not saying I'm going to do it. And let people get to where when he's elected to do what he does. But the good thing is he sent a clear message. I'm not saying no. And at the end of the day, our politics has gotten so visceral to the point that everybody wants to attack everything. So good for him saying, like, no, I'm not going to partake in that. I'm just going to do what I'm going to say. And then when I'm in power, then I will do what I got to do. But do I believe that he cares about this? Absolutely. Do I think he's going to do the right thing? Absolutely. For all those interest groups who have problems, I say, don't worry about it. He's going to do the right thing.
So is this a case of, I have my base already, who else will the West vote for? Let me go after, those coveted seats in Toronto and Montreal and a bunch of the other urban centers that we need to tone down the messaging?
I actually don't think he's even considering. His position, I don't even think his position is about votes. I think his position is about policy and about being a leader and doing what's the right thing as a leader. And he's saying, like, this is my position. I'm not going to commit to a position because I'm not there yet. But I'm not saying no, but I'm not saying yes. But let me get there and I will figure it out. And I sit there and tell everybody who's watching the show, give him the opportunity.
Okay. And this is like I said, this is a gross embarrassment for the Liberals because those people who are adamant that something needs to be done about climate change voted Liberal, and the Liberals promised to do something about this, and they've completely failed to meet a single target. Almost a single target. The only time greenhouse gas emissions in Canada went down was during COVID when the economy pretty much shut down, and that was not to the credit of the Liberals.
And what do we have to show for it? Just a big pile of carbon taxation?
Yeah.
Nothing, Tanya.
I say that because it seems every year we do a show on yet a new carbon tax or an increase in some new tax dressed up as some kind of carbon tax. So, all right. Okay. So the Liberals, I guess, need to do a better job if this is their agenda. Anyhow, we're going to pick up more of these topics when we return in just a few moments.